Welcome back to the Vivi Mars channel. Today I'm really excited because McDonald's teamed back up with Hasbro and they came out with some more awesome classic games that we know and love. So let's do like the box says and let's play! Well, I don't know if you remember, but this is not the first time that they've teamed up with Hasbro. Actually, I have some of the toys from the last time they teamed up here. Of course, Hungry Hippos! That was so cute. Battleship, which I'm going to keep to the side because we have another Battleship to look at. There's that game with the pie face. Connect 4, we're going to keep that out because they did another Connect 4. Then this was the Guess Who for last time. Bob It. And there were some more. But we're just going to look at these few because we're going to be looking at them again. But, of course, they're different. They didn't just come out with the same stuff, right? So, there's 6 toys to collect total. And I have all 6. So let's check them out, right? The first one that most people are probably going to get, they have numbers on them. So there's an order of the boxes that are open. So box number 1 that's open is going to be the Jenga game. And when I first saw this, I'm like, yo, are there like little blocks in here? Are there little blocks of wood? That's so cool. But there aren't little blocks of wood. But it's still pretty cool, so let's check it out. When you open it, this is what you're gonna see. So, it's a stack of papers. Yeah, pull them out. And you're going to fold these into the little classic shape. There, you see that? You fold it in, and you make your little blocks, which I think is pretty cool, right? So there's your little block, right? That's so neat. I don't know how you're gonna fit them back in the box, but I'm gonna open these and we'll stack them up. Well, there's a lot of boxes to undo. I think I still have like 6 more in the box that I didn't do, but I did some and I stacked them up. And I thought I'd show you, since I went through the whole process here, a quicker way to do these. So I've learned you push them down, right? Get it flat like this way to where the box opens. And then you're just gonna bring both flaps down and push again. That way you can just slide them in. I was doing it other ways. Trust me, it's easier and faster to do it that way. So give it a go. But yeah, so these are your Jenga blocks, and there are questions on there. What is your favorite fruit? What is your favorite song? What do you want to be when you grow up? What do I want to be when I grow up? That's a good question. But yeah, so I think that's still pretty cool. You'll probably have to break the boxes down and to put them back in your box, or perhaps just get a different container to put them and keep them in. I'm probably going to break them back down and put them in my box again, but I still think it's a pretty good idea. There are instructions with these. Right here. You get a little sheet of instructions. Of course, it tells you how to set it up, how to play, and then the bonus is when you take turns to read the questions on the blocks to another player. So, obviously, you play until, you know, the stack falls. So, cute idea, right? Alright, let's move on. I'm gonna box it up and we're gonna check out the rest. If I can give you some advice, don't break these things back down. Just leave them popped open, put them in a container somewhere. Talk about tedious. Just some advice, very tedious. So once you pop them open, probably just leave them open. A little funner. Alright, so that's toy number 1. We're gonna move on to toy number 2, which is, what's toy number 2 is Operation. And in my head, I thought I was gonna open this and there's gonna be like a literal, like little mini electronic operation game. but it's something else. Still kind of cool. Still kind of cool. Alright, so we take everything out the box. Operation, they didn't do this one last time. So it has the rules, the directions, how to set it up. These are your tweezer cards, right? And they all look like this. There's a few sheets. There's a few sheets of them. 4. 4. And there's the back. And I guess that's the front. You're going to plop these out. You're going to remove them from this, and then you're going to, players take turns removing sets of the cards from any slot. If a player picks a card with the anatomy they do not have, they keep it. If a player picks, okay, there's rules to this. There are rules, but I'm guessing like, oh, it's upside down. I'm guessing like you match. You want to match the card, so you want to have, you want to get both the bones, and then, or you want to get both of the little Charlie horses, or whatnot. If a player picks a card with the zap symbol, oh, that's this one here with the lightning bolt, they miss a turn. So there's some little rules to it, but this is what it looks like. You got these little slots. The box is cute. Look at that. Is there anything in here? Okay, no, there's nothing in here, but I guess you can open it to keep your pieces in? I don't know. But, alright, so that's it. That's kind of cute, though. I mean, I guess, obviously, they can't hand out little electronic boards in Happy Meals, but since they can't, that's a pretty nifty way to solve that problem. The first player to collect all funatomies? Funatomies? Is that the word? Funatomies? Well, that never heard that word. Funatomies. Funatomy. Okay. Anyways, I don't know. It's kind of fun to say. Alright, so I'm going to put this up and we're going to check out box number 3. Alright. So what's next is Monopoly. What? I hear a lot of pieces in here. Hasbro Gaming. So let's check it out. Open this box. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's take everything out. Alright. So, we've got our rules. Of course, it tells us, okay, so we have a little piece in here for the die. You're going to fold this up into a cube. You've got your board, which you're going to piece together like a puzzle. And it shows you all of this right here. Easy peasy, no problem. And, oh, and you've got these game pieces. They're pretty big game pieces. Oh my goodness. You get 4 game pieces. The dog, the car, the top hat, the dog. Oh, that's not a dog. That's a cat. There's a cat. All right, well, if you say so. The hat, the dog. Okay, that's because I said the dog. There's no cat in it, is there? Is there a cat? And a car. I've played Monopoly for a long time. Alright. Plus, I'm usually the ship, you know. Just saying. So, you also have... Oh, I shouldn't put them there. You also have these little pieces for the land, the property, I mean. You punch out the property cards. Each player chooses a token. You roll the dice. You move clockwise. It tells you what you do if you land on places and how to win. Bonus, players can receive an extra property point for creating a Monopoly. Okay, so things sound pretty similar to Monopoly. I don't know. Let's put this together. How's this go? I mean, I'm doing this in like seconds, so it shows you. It's not hard. Probably won't be able to hold it up to the camera. It's got to stay flat. But, Not the prettiest, but that's what it's gonna look like. That's about how big it is right there. So, pretty neat way to get this. I don't know. I think it's, I guess the word I want to use is creative. It's a pretty creative way to make these games kind of portable. And, I guess affordable, because there's a lot of Happy Meals, you guys. Make a lot of Happy Meal boxes. So, especially for things like this, when people of all ages are into, the toys like this. So, I'm pretty surprised by how big these little game pieces are there. Those are pretty big. So let's box this up. I think it's a pretty cool idea though. I think all of these are pretty cool, but we're not done. Let's keep going. All right, you ready for box number 4, which is ironically Connect 4. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Well, let's open this up and see how it looks, and we're going to compare it to the one that they did last time. Oh, what is this? You guys, it's different. It is different. Alright, let's move that box, which I've probably damaged a bit. Okay, so of course you have your setup instructions. So that's your back piece here to set it up. And it is different. So first off, let's take a look at what they did last year. This was last year's Connect 4. And you can see it on the back, Connect 4. And it was... it had a little place for storage down here. And you hold your little game pieces in. You know, the ones that I just kind of dropped all over the floor. But that's what you do. And I think this was to help kind of clear them out. To clear the pieces out. So that's how they did it last year. This year, it's a bit different. So you get your pieces here and Alright, so it's got these little slots. I thought it was supposed to go in here, but I guess... Oh, okay, it does. It does. It slides into these little pieces. So you click them in. And there it is. I don't see a little slot down here to let them out. How are you supposed to do this? You drop them? Yeah, you do. You drop them in. How to take them out? Players punch all, each player gets, players take turn, It doesn't really tell you how to take these pieces out. But that's what you do. You got this little sheet, you're gonna punch all of these out, and that's how you're gonna play your Connect 4 game. So, still pretty interesting, and then you just break it back down, and you put it back in the box. So let's keep moving. Alright, so that was number 4. Number 5 is, did you guess it? Yes, you did. It's Guess Who? And this is another one, number 5, that they did last year. So we're going to compare it to this one. Actually, from last year had these little plastic pieces. What is that? Oh, that's a pie face. Okay, so I had these little plastic pieces, and it had the cards, that you put in here. And you play it. So let's see how it looks this year. Are they plastic pieces like they were last year? Are they moving over to paper like they did with Connect 4? I don't know. There's so many questions. Whoa. Oh. When you open it, that's what it looks like. Looks like paper to me. So let's dump it out. What is that? What is that? Are you anything? Okay, I think there's just a little box in here that's just to hold these pieces up. So I don't think that's supposed to come out. Don't try and pull it out like I did. Okay, this is different. So this time they're made out of cardboard. So they fold open and flat. And you put your cards. Well, once you break them out, little perforated parts, and you would put your cards up like that. Or more like that. You put your cards up like that, and then you can play Guess Who. And Guess Who was such a favorite game of mine when I was younger. Here's what the blue board looks like. Here they are side by side. There we have it. Not too bad. Not too bad. And you know what? Let's be real. It's kind of nice that they changed it up because I mean, how mad, I'd be kind of mad if I'm paying for the same toy that I already bought like a year or two, it was more than a year or two ago. But, you know, I don't want to pay for the same things over and over, so it's nice that they've revamped it a bit. Very cool, very cool. And, of course, the rules and the instructions, and it shows you on the back the little diagram. So, you won't be lost, don't worry, it's going to explain all of this to you. Alright, let's box it up and move on to where are we? We're moving on to the last one, number 6. Alright, I can't believe it, we're moving on to the last one. This is the last toy to open, toy number 6. But before we do, make sure you click like and subscribe. Get notifications for when more awesomeness comes out on this channel. And if you're into McDonald's things, this is definitely where you want to be. I have plenty of merch videos and plenty of toys. I have the adult Happy Meal toys as well, and the little box and all sorts of things for years. So make sure you click like and subscribe. We are moving on to number 6, the last, the final, the ultimate Battleship. Woo! So, yes, they did do Battleship last year, or I keep saying last year. Last time they did it, and this is how it looked last time. So last time they totally went this plastic route. How do I do this? Okay, so it opens. And there's little papers in here. And I think they have them in different, yeah, each paper has them in different positions. They have these little, like, notches up here to kind of keep them in place, which, you know, mine aren't in place right now. I've messed it up, but yeah, it opened up. Oh, that's so cool. There's a pen, there's a pencil there, and it opens on both sides, so you and your friends could play Battleship. So that's how McDonald's did it last time. Let's see how they did it this time around. I'm guessing we're looking for the more, maybe cardboard or paper. A little more, I guess, is it more environmentally safe? It's still paper. I guess paper's better than plastic? I don't know. Alright, let's open this up. Dump everything out. Here, what is this? These are our little sheets. It looks like we get another pencil. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. This looks really cool. It's got, oh, it's kind of blurry. But yeah, it's got the little shapes of the ships on there. That's really cool. I think it's a different color than I think last time. Let's see. This is what it looked last time. And it said Battleship. And, yeah, I think they're kind of the same color. They kind of look the same color to me. This one might be just a shade darker. Maybe a shade darker, but they're pretty similar. I like this one so much better. This year's is so much cuter. And yeah, look at that. Definitely stepped away from the use of plastic this time. Because it's in a plastic here. Today it's in a little paper envelope. So let's put this back up. Are these sheets the same size? Okay, so this year the paper's a little bit bigger than last year's. You see, last time's had the little holes for the little slot you put it in, but this year's it's a little bit bigger, a little bit darker too. You can see them more bolder. So there's the difference. Yeah, it's definitely bigger. The logo's bigger. It's all bigger. Let's see what we do. Let's put last year's up. Ooh, whoa, what's this? What is this? What? Well, that's different. That is really neat looking, you guys. Okay. Where's this? Is there a slot? Let me read the instructions. Oh! Where's my little thing at? There is a slot that you slide it into. Am I on the wrong side? Alright, so, like, 25 minutes later, I have no idea how these papers are supposed to go. Like, I'm over here trying to rip the sides open. Don't do that. That does not work. They do not slide in on the sides, or the top, nor the bottom. They don't just slip in here either. So I have no idea. And then it's like, and then if you look at this here, it's like a little sticky thing. So I'm like, oh, okay. So if you peel them off of the little pad here, maybe there's like some sticky and it'll stick to it. But guess what? It don't. I have no idea. Just from this one diagram that it's showing me, it's not really giving me enough information on how I'm supposed to do this. The rules don't say anything. The first thing you do on the back is there's a little piece and you punch it out and you fold it. And that's your little stand. There we go. You can't see what I have. You can't see it. You can't see it. So that's a little... Move that out the way. So that's a little stand for these. Right here. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. But I can't figure it out. So what you would do is you would take a blank one here and you would put it at the bottom. And then you would take the other one, which you would have where you want your ships to be. And I don't know, you guys. Maybe just get a piece of tape. If you figure it out, please go in the comment section. Let me know. Please. Because I'm lost. And I've been sitting here trying to figure it out. And I just don't know what to do. And I don't want to rip this into pieces. You know what I mean? I've already kind of tore at the little side here. And kind of started to rip that. But we won't talk about that. But yeah, so that's toy number 6 here, you guys. It's Battleship. McDonald's definitely went a different route this year with the toys. And like I mentioned, I totally think that's a good idea because who wants to pay for the same toys, you know, after you have them already. Last thing, totally like the pencil too. Last thing we're going to look at here is the box. I always like to look at the Happy Meal boxes. I'm going to tell you that one for the Black Panther, the new Black Panther. Oh, that box looks so cool. So, yeah, don't sleep on the boxes, you guys. Don't sleep on these Happy Meal boxes. Yeah, this one's got Jenga. It's got a Monopoly piece. That's from Guess Who. That's from Connect 4. We're missing Operation. I'm not seeing anything about Operation or Battleship. No. Alright, so they just put some of the stuff about the games up here. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, there we have it. Let's put this in the box. There we have it. We have all 6 of the new McDonald's Hasbro game. Is this Family Game Night? Okay, it just says Hasbro Gaming. So, we have all 6 of the... There we go. We have all 6 of the new toys that they put out in the new Happy Meals. Yes, these are currently out right now. Go to your McDonald's. Check it out. Hopefully you can collect all 6. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Alright, so hopefully you can collect all 6 of these. This is the order that they'll be in. This is, you know, you open the box in the order that they come. So when you go through box, I guess you're supposed to. I don't know. I guess maybe sometimes somebody might just grab a box. You see a box, you grab it. But the first one to be released is Jenga. The second one to be released is Operation. Then it's going to be Monopoly. Then it's going to be Connect 4, followed by Guess Who and Battleship. So there we have it. These look really fun. I'm definitely gonna bust some of these out sometimes, play with some friends. Maybe take it to the beach, you know what I mean? I mean, they're small, they're portable, you can take these with you. So, maybe not Jenga. Don't take Jenga to the beach. Jenga's gonna fall. But, yeah, they seem pretty simple, except for Battleship. But, they do seem pretty fun, so. Thanks for watching, you guys. And if you haven't, click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodles!